Hey everybody, here I am, DCS Black Shark, and this is going to be a tutorial on how to use the Autopilot system to fly a preset route for you. This is very useful in missions, like campaign missions, and just getting places in your own missions or someone else's. Saves you a lot of time. So three things I want to talk to you about. First is going to be the two navigation systems. It's very important to understand that the Abris system does not talk at all with this funky keypad stuff that you really don't like because it's all indirect and vague. So you can't have like a route set up in the Abris and then tell this thing that you want to fly that route. They just don't communicate. The Abris, if you have a preset flight plan though, the Abris will get the same gist, the same idea that this thing will have, and it'll show you where you are on the route, how far you are from the next waypoint, and the waypoints that it has set up will be they'll be the same. And the funky keypad thing here, this is important for Autopilot because this is what tells the Autopilot system, the Autopilot computer, what waypoint to go to, how to fly there, etc., etc. So you need to use this thing to decide what waypoints you want to go to, or if you want to set your own waypoint. To select your waypoint, you just have the waypoint button here highlighted like I have, and then you select the digit of the waypoint you want. You can only have 6 waypoints, which is kind of bullshit, but when you think about it, this helicopter was made in like the 80s when computers sucked, so it makes sense. Now the next on the right thing here is our friendly old Autopilot panel, with your good blue buttons that help you out a lot. You're familiar with the altitude, bank, pitch, heading, holders. You've also got this FDAP button, which kind of sucks, and we're not going to talk about it because it sucks. And then you also got these two little switches that you've never used before, the desired heading and desired track, which we'll talk about, and this altitude hold mode. What this altitude hold mode switch does is it basically tells the Autopilot system which altitude thing you want it to listen to, because the Ka 50's got like 80 navigation systems on here, each one with their own altitude decider. So just don't touch that. You don't need to. And desired heading, desired track. The desired heading will point the aircraft towards whatever selected waypoint you have. Desired track will point you towards the straight line between the last waypoint and the waypoint you're going to. If that makes any sense to you, it should, because it's important. And finally, we've got the great Autopilot initiator, the route mode. It's on the collective here, so obviously we can't select it, so you got to use the keyboard shortcut R, Romeo. So as you're flying, you just select R, and then it'll initiate the Autopilot stuff for you. It's pretty handy. So here I've set up the scenario, and I've already given myself some momentum, and we'll get going here. Now, it's important that you set the trim. Default, this is the keyboard button, T, or on the joystick, your third button. This is made as the. This is very important to set. Just go straight, press the trim, release the joystick backwards, and it's fine. It's pretty awesome. Now right here I'm just going nowhere because I don't have Autopilot on. Oh wow, what's going on? Alright. So in order to actually stick to the track that I want to go to, what I'm going to have to do is press R to go in route mode. Then as up here you can see en route navigation on, and it's pointing me towards precisely towards the waypoint that I have selected down here, waypoint 2. Now, if I wanted to go to waypoint 3, what I'm going to do is select, since waypoint button is already selected, just select 3, and then it's going to bank me towards waypoint 3 at 15 degrees, because it doesn't want to flip over or anything. It's cautious for you, so you don't have to be cautious yourself. That's pretty handy. So, that's because I've got the desired heading on, so it's pointing me towards waypoint 3. Now, if I were to be a douche and select desired track, DT, it's gonna bank me right, and it's gonna bring me to this straight line between 2 and 3. Then once it gets to that line, then it's gonna overshoot it, and then it's gonna turn around, and then it's gonna go back onto that line, and it's pretty lame. Actually, what it's going to do here right now is it's going to go straight this way, and then it'll turn me on, so I'm going past. So if you imagine a straight line going past, from 3 to 2 and going past 2, it's going to get me onto that line. It's really lame. So you should just always have it on desired heading, because that's much cooler. And of course, you know, while it's on autopilot, you can fly it yourself. It will sort of lean towards the track of the heading, but you can modify it if I wanted to. But you're not going to want to, because that's lame. And really, that's all it is to it. It's also going to, if you're close to a waypoint, it's going to select the next waypoint automatically, and you can see that happen down here. I'll let that happen for you. That's pretty much it for autopilot. If you want to see it turn by itself, go on ahead. I'm just going to shut up now. There's nothing really left for me to talk about. I don't know any good jokes either, so I got nothing to say. One of my favorite light is in here. This little backlight right here makes the whole place like super bright. Especially useful at night. It like makes the whole cockpit disilluminated even at night. It's insane. Then it kind of sucks because you can't see shit because your eyes are like all focused on this bright light. You just don't want it on during the night. Just here we go, we're nearing the waypoint. And it's turning automatically. It's also got this button light up here that showed up 100 meters away from the waypoint. Next WP waypoint. It's self-explanatory. And it's going to keep flying until it gets towards the heading. Now, if I had it on desired track mode, it would have turned before I got to the waypoint. I guess that's just your preference. It's not really too important that it be exactly on the headings. Oh, and what's also really cool? These little flares down here. They don't actually deflect missiles or stuff, but they look freaking awesome. Look at that shit, dude. Yeah.